Honestly, what started all this is this past February. I had a little bit of downtime. I simply, just for fun, bought a third Zenfolio domain and built a website from scratch and decided to document it. It took me, I think, 69 days to go from no web presence whatsoever to page one of Google. And it was pretty cool. I use Google Analytics to kind of track users' paths, which is very useful because you can kind of see where people drop off your site, what's turning them off as opposed to moving forward through the experience. Once I figured out what pages on my site people were leaving, I went in and just kind of fixed stuff. I rewrote the words so I was more clear about what kind of service I was trying to provide. I used to just have just a picture up there with like, hey, welcome to SallySiko.com. I'm a wedding photographer, and that doesn't really tell people very much about who I am, where I'm at, and the kind of people I serve. So I made sure that I included my location information, which happens to be Raleigh. And I also made sure that I let people know that I specialize in a very specific kind of wedding. So I like outdoor weddings. I like laid back and fun people. So I kind of, verbalize that in my welcome message, which I suggest that all Zenfolio users make sure they display on their homepage. Zenfolio offers an area where you can write a welcome message, which is just letting people know that I'm glad you're here. This is what the blog's about. I also try to set expectations, letting people know that I blog something new every Wednesday, but I, throughout the week, will blog like a picture or something cool that I found on the internet. I found that publishing a mix of my favorite photos, like over the past year, along with random helpful articles, seems to be a really good way to fill in the gaps between shoots in the off season. Try to understand the things that your clients are searching for on Google at this stage in their journey. Most of my clients would be searching for more information on wedding venues, or maybe tips for, planning a good timeline. So I would, find something cool online and post it on my blog with a nice little comment like, hey, found this is pretty cool. Or I might write some original content. Well, the most important thing that search engines are looking for is an active website with fresh content published on a regular basis. They like to see frequent activity as being a signal to their crawlers that the website is being maintained, that it's being used, that it's being consumed by readers. I also read someplace that if your articles are published at the exact same time, that Google ranks the published articles higher in search results. With the scheduling of blog posts, honestly, that's the best thing in the whole wide world. I literally sit down on like one Tuesday a month and I'll link back, 20 different pictures or whatever throughout the site. It takes me an hour and I have a whole month's worth of content and I'm done. If more people would do that, I think they'd be shocked at how well that they would actually do. It's that simple. Figure out what your niche is and then start building like an ideal client profile off of that niche. Like in my case, I had to ask myself, what kind of weddings do I like to shoot? What kinds of people do I like to work for? How far am I willing to travel to go take pictures at a wedding? My perfect people are outdoor lovers just like me, and they're more into the celebration aspect of their wedding day, as opposed to like detail shots and a bunch of like, formulated Pinteresty board type things. It comes down to writing your copy with intent of serving individuals rather than large groups of people. And I highly recommend that people figure out who they are and who they want to serve.